All right, so today we have a clip here of Matt Walsh at the University of Iowa. He was there a couple nights ago to speak, and we have a clip here of a very young person asking Matt Walsh a question on people that are transgender and just his entire rhetoric surrounding transgender people. But the reason we're going to watch this clip is because they actually cut this person's mic off for some reason, and I cannot figure out why. I think that they cut his mic off because he was asking something to Matt Walsh that I don't think that they would have thought he was going to be able to answer. Here's the clip. I also have to warn everybody before we watch this clip, the audio in this video, and this is Young America's Foundation's, this is their upload. The audio in this is trash. I don't know what the audio engineers were doing. The microphones might have been messed up, but it sounds like shit. I can't do anything about that. I'm sorry. Here it is.
Thanks, buddy.
Like, it sounds like shit when this next guy shows up.
And I'll answer this, and then we'll be.
Don't we do this all the time?
You what you're asking?
They also cut off when this guy first comes up. It's like they cut off part of the conversation, and then they're going to cut this kid's mic off in a second, too. Okay?
Is do we put, as you say, the benefit, the well-being of human beings above the truth? And what I'm telling you is that is the ultimate false dichotomy. We do not have to choose between those two. In fact, there is the ultimate well-being for a human being is to live in the truth with a deep recognition of truth.
So, Matt Walsh, again, I don't even really know what this kid asked him because they don't want to show me what he asked him. They don't want to show me the whole question because, again, these people are full of shit. They can't show you exactly what happened because that would make their Republican grift, fall completely through the floor, and, there wouldn't be, it wouldn't work if they showed me exactly what happened. But Matt Walsh's response to what I'm assuming is this kid asking about transgender people, all he says is, there's truth and people need to live in the truth. It's the most blatant, vague, nothing burger bullshit sentence I've ever heard in my life. It's literally nothing. I'm going to rewind it here, but he just doesn't say anything at all. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Is do we put, as you say, the benefit, the well-being of human beings above the truth? And what I'm telling you is that is the ultimate false dichotomy.
He's sitting here saying that what this kid is saying is ultimately wrong, even though we don't even really know what this kid is saying, and we just have to go off what Matt Walsh's answer to this question is that we don't even know.
We do not have to choose between those two. In fact, there is the ultimate well-being for a human being is to live in the truth with a deep.
The ultimate well-being for a human being is to live in the truth.
Of truth.
And have a deep recognition of the truth. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? That is nothing. How is that based in fact? Matt Walsh's boss, Ben Shapiro, says all the time, facts don't care about your feelings. Can you tell me what part of that is fact? What's the truth there? I'm confused here.
And that's how you.
I mean, this isn't a new thing. I mean, we do this already with religion.
And then they cut his mic off. They cut his fucking mic off, and you can tell by what Matt Walsh is doing over here, at least somewhat, he's not happy with whatever this guy is saying. He's cutting off his mic, but, we'll keep watching.
There's so many stories of people who have been changed by God. They've seen the light of God. And so we sort of turn a blind eye to science, right?
And Matt Walsh does. He literally turns a blind eye to science routinely. And, if that wasn't the case, then Matt Walsh would be able to sit up there and tell you that, you know what, you want to know what, we'll keep watching here. We'll let Matt Walsh say his piece, and then we'll fact check him.
Okay. It's for our benefit.
We're gonna let someone else ask a few questions.
And then he doesn't even respond to him. His only response was, humans want to live in truth. And they want to feel connected to truth? I don't even know. It's not even scientific. It's not fact-based at all. It's some fucking... I don't even know. It's some... I really don't even know how to describe it. Some random bullshit he pulled out of his ass because he ultimately doesn't know what he's talking about.
Sounds like they're kind of scared of the answer.
Yeah, he is. He's very scared of the answer. And... you can tell he knows. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. This is these people's worst nightmare. Because if you notice, routinely, most of these people, like Matt Walsh, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro's a little better than some of the other ones, but Michael Knowles, they tend to shy away. Like Michael Knowles, he did a debate with Asana B. He did one debate with Asana B, and he doesn't really debate leftists after that. You want to know why these people don't debate anyone beyond college students? It's because real, huge names in the progressive movement, like Asana, like Sam Cedar, David Packman even, Schenck, Anna. And Anna has debated Ben a couple of times. They come armed to the teeth with facts when they come to debate. So they're going to debate these underprepared, less well-spoken college students on this stuff. But when a college student comes up and asks them a real fucking question, and it's not Matt Walsh's goons, because you can tell just by the crowd that most of the people here just want to they just eat up everything that Matt Walsh says. This is one of their worst fucking nightmares. Someone that comes up and asks them a real fucking question, and they don't have a response for them. Because, again, these college students are way, way, way less prepared than these media hosts that have teams of people around them constantly, all the time, telling them, how to go about things, what to say, what to do. It's not even in the same ballpark, but...
Before you walk away, hey, wait a minute.
And then the kid starts to walk away, and Matt Walsh, he finally realizes, he's like, I have to say something to him. I have to say something to him. I can't just let him walk away because then it looks like I lost. And he did. He ultimately took the L here. I don't need him to call him back and say he tries to do this little like damage control thing. It's kind of it's embarrassing even for Matt Walsh. I'm just gonna say that it's kind of cringe. I felt kind of bad for Matt Walsh. I don't know what the fuck was going on. He looks rough here, but
wait a minute. Wait. Because anyone who comes up, and if you want to argue with me about the trans stuff, it's great. I'm glad we can have the conversation. But we're talking about truth. We're talking about biological sex. So I always have to ask the question at the end. I mean, everyone knows what the question is going to be. But so what is a woman? Can you define the term?
And then he asked this, what I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, is a young man to identify what a woman is. And he also says, we're talking about sex here. When it comes to transgenders, we're not talking about sex. It's in the name. I don't know if Matt Walsh is smart enough to understand that it's transgender, not trans sex. Okay, there it is. Did you guys hear me? Maybe you didn't. Here's an article from Yale. This is an article that I love to use. I've used it multiple times before. Yeah, I'm shoving myself over here. In the study of human subjects, the term sex should be used as a classification generally as male or female according to the reproductive organs and functions that derive from the chromosomal complement, generally XX for female and XY for male. And it's scientific stuff. In the study of human subjects, the term gender should be used to refer to a person's self-representation as male or female, or how that person is responded to by social institutions on the basis of the individual's gender presentations. Okay? So, and again, transgender is a broad term that can be used to describe people whose gender identity is different from the gender they were thought to be when they were born. This is from the National Center for Transgender Equality. So if we're gonna go off of Matt Walsh's own logic, we're not talking about sex when it comes to transgender. He's confusing sex and gender. They're not really interchangeable. He can sit there and say they're interchangeable if we're going to go by the science, which what do conservatives love to say? Follow the science. We're going to follow the science. What does the science say? Sex and gender aren't the same thing. Not interchangeable. He says we're talking about sex. No, we're not talking about sex. It's gender. Get it the fuck right. He doesn't understand it, and it's clear from the words that come out of his mouth. I've said this before, but... And then they just... This doesn't even matter. This is my personal nitpick, but then the crowd just cheers when he says, "What is a woman?" These people are clowns. You know how conservatives love to say that people on the left, progressives, liberals, are sheep? Actual sheep. All he said was, "What is a woman?" And they start cheering. They don't even let dude talk. They don't even let him speak. They just all start clapping. Yay! It's ridiculously stupid. These people that are clapping are unbelievably fucking dumb. And I wish I didn't have to say that, but
at the end, I mean, everyone knows what the question's going to be. But so, what is a woman? Can you define the term?
And they start clapping.
I think the answer to what is a woman
And then they really were not trying to let this kid answer. They were lowering his they were lowering his mic volume, cutting him off, making it real quiet. They just knew that this kid had it out for Matt Walsh, and apparently this is Matt Walsh's match, at least when it comes to students at the University of Iowa.
Is a person who aligns with feminine traits that we traditionally associate with females.
And then the audience starts booing him because he starts to literally give a really, I think a really good worded answer that's not incorrect, and the crowd starts booing him because they don't want to hear what he has to say. Conservatives are the ones that don't like to hear what the other side has to say. They don't want to hear that they're wrong. They don't want to hear that what they're saying is fucking bullshit, and this kid is calling Matt Walsh out on his bullshit to his face, and he knows it. The crowd knows it. That's why they're booing him. That's why Matt Walsh pretty much told him to fuck off and hasn't responded to a goddamn thing he said so far.
Or that people that align with feminine side of the spectrum. So that's my answer. And I think that answer should, the definition of everything changes over time. And as we continue to learn more about what humans can really be, I think that can continue to grow. And I hope you understand that.
Okay.
But I just want to make clear that you
I can't hear.
I can't. As soon as I brought up a point that you didn't want to respond to, so.
I couldn't hear what you say. Say your last comment.
Matt Walsh doesn't respond to what this kid says. He ultimately doesn't respond. He's sitting here saying, "I can't hear you. I didn't hear what you said." He fucking heard what he said. Again, even on this was live streamed, and when they were doing the live stream, they cut this kid's mic off in the middle of his question. This was all from the live feed. They purposely did this. Again, this is Young America's Foundation upload. I will show you guys right now. This is their fucking upload. So if you guys want to know who's censoring stuff, it's the conservatives that are censoring stuff. They're censoring fucking Matt Walsh being asked questions by random college students because even Matt Walsh is not smart enough to fucking respond to what these random college students at the University of Iowa are asking him. They just don't fucking know. He doesn't fucking know. But that's going to be it for the video. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.